Hey, this is Dylan Calvelli. Welcome to the next installment of Mr. American Politics. I wanted to take time to talk about bullying and talk a little bit about the treatment of homosexuals in society and my opinions on that. Basically, the bullying thing has kind of been getting to me because I'm hearing a lot about the news, about, the gay kids committing suicide, people committing suicide because of bullying. And listen, I don't think suicide's a good thing to do. But I understand it because I understand in a way because gay kids go through a little bit, their lives tend to be a little bit different than ours. But look, don't kill yourself if you get made fun of at school. That's ridiculous. How does that help anything? I mean, there's ways to go about to change these things. I mean, if someone's giving you a hard time in school, they have people you can go to about that. I know that might make things worse, but I mean, stick up for yourself. Or laugh it off. Do something like don't kill yourself. That's not an option, okay? And I think there's two big problems with bullying in America, and they stem from how we raise our children. Um, we raise we we raise our kids. I think some of us raise our kids to be tolerant, and every kid should be brought up with the idea that, okay, there's going to be kids who are different than you. There's going to be kids that look different than you that might, like boy. There might be boys who like boys or girls who like boys, or there might be boys who like Star Wars or whatever. But just because they're different doesn't mean that you can make fun of them for it. And not all kids are going to listen. I get it. We're all going to make fun of each other. We're all going to pick on kids. Kids are going to get picked on. It's not right, but it's a part of life. And that brings me to my next point, is that we also need to teach our kids to be strong. And what I mean by that is to say, hey, look, there's going to be kids, even though I tell you should need to be nice to everyone, there's going to be these kids who are going to pick on you because they think you're different, because, there's something about you that makes them want to prey on you. And don't give them that. Like, don't give them the satisfaction of knowing that they, got on your nerves. You have to understand that you have to be strong because there are going to people who are always going to want to bring you down. That's simple, but I think that that's very important. And I think people don't teach their kids that much. I think we focus too much on tolerance and less on being strong, which is a problem. And maybe I'm wrong. You guys can challenge me on that. Whatever. Um, Another thing, and I want to talk about homosexual treatment in society. Now, this is a big deal. As you know, the gay teens commit a suicide, and on the surface, that might seem, oh, well, they're a bunch of pussies and all this. But listen to the facts before you, um, push judgment against these kids. Homosexuals, I think it's true for a lot of people that, especially homosexual people, that they might not be accepted by their family. And so what happens is they'll feel exiled from their family because their family maybe they don't like gay people, or maybe they can't accept it, or maybe they think it's a choice and they don't know why they made that choice, but they think the choice is wrong. Whatever, it's all stupid, but whatever. So then they go to school, and everyone at school is calling them a faggot. Everyone's in school saying, hey, look at that stupid homo, oh, with this and that, what do you like in the butt, stuff, ridiculous shit. And I know because I went to high school. I saw it, I saw it happen. And, look, these people feel exiled everywhere they go. How would you feel if you were, everywhere you were taking heat for something you couldn't control? How would that make you feel? It'd make you feel like shit. No, you might not, not everyone's different, and you might not kill yourself. I understand that. But for these people, they have no hope because they go home, and their parents disown them or their parents don't like them. They go to school, no one likes them at school. They're always getting made fun of, people don't understand them, and they feel lonely, and they feel lost. They don't feel like they're accepted, and it's terrible, man. So that's why these kids are doing it. Now, here's my thing with the treatment of homosexuals in society. Do I think there's a little bit of hypersensitivity? Yeah, absolutely, and I'm probably going to take heat for that one, but, it's my opinion, so whatever. You can challenge me on it. Um, Basically, but I think there's a logical explanation for why they're hypersensitive, which in a way kind of I feel justifies the point. Um, Look, when I say something is gay, like I'm playing Call of Duty, right? I'm like, oh man, that shit's gay as hell. I'm not saying that being gay is bad. I'm not saying gay people are bad. It's just like a slang word, and I get why people get offended by it, but you know what? Look, I've been saying it for 10 years, and you can't break habits like that. I mean, one of my teachers in high school got broke with the habit of saying the faggot word. I didn't realize how bad that word was. I mean, I had no idea how offensive that word was until I had guitar class with Miss Bosco. I mean, that word is really offensive. It's like the same thing as calling a black guy a nigger, which is wrong. Um, but I think they're hypersensitive about that. But the reason I think for this is because they're getting called all sorts of fucked up shit every day. They got to go to school being called a fag and all this, and it's like, you know what? They don't want to hear it, and you know what? I don't blame them, to be honest. But I think that if we were to be accepting of these people for who they are, and not dismiss them because of their sexuality without even getting to know who these people really are, I mean, I think that would make them sensitive to anything. I mean, like I said, I think the being offended by calling something gay is hypersensitive, but I think there's a reason for it, and I think that reason can be stopped. Um, it's almost sickening to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get how you can look at someone and the first thing that you're going to judge them on is their sexual orientation, when that does nothing to let you know what kind of person they are. So, I don't get that. You look at straight people and say, oh, they're straight, they must be cool. No, you don't. You look at other things, and when you talk, you actually try and get to know these people before you just assume. So, well, like, why do we judge them based on sexual orientation? I guess that's my guess. If you don't like gay people, if you're homophobic, why is that the first thing you judge them on? And that's my question. And if there's anyone out there who can try and answer me, we'll have a debate, we'll have a discussion. But thanks for watching. I'm Mr. American Politics. Good luck and good night.